So, you want to own your own home, but you're one of the over 80% of Americans with less than perfect credit. You don't have enough money saved for a down payment, and or your debt-to-income ratios are so high that the only person who will lend you money is your mother, and she still wants a cosigner. I know that sounds funny, but these are just a few of the reasons why tens of millions of Americans are still renting, instead of owning their own home. And the worst part is, most of them have convinced themselves they will never be able to own a home, or they're waiting on a miracle, instead of doing anything about it. So, why should you do whatever it takes to own your own home? Well, I'm glad you asked, because here's the facts. According to a 2021 report provided by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the average homeowner in the U.S. has a net worth of approximately $200,000, while the average renter only has a net worth of around $5,000. This statistic alone should have you wanting to buy a house immediately, so you can start building equity for yourself instead of your landlord. Think about it. Every rent payment you make pays for a house or building owned by someone else. They get to benefit from the cash flow, equity, and tax deductions. And what do you get? Exactly. You get a roof over your head for another month and nothing else to show for it. This is why MWR Financial created our cash flow system, combined with our Keys to Home Ownership program. Imagine having everything you need to increase your cash flow and income, so you can increase your buying power and save the money you need for a down payment. Or, how about having a team of financial experts who will get your credit scores back into the best shape possible, while lowering your existing bills and your debt-to-income ratios, all at the same time? Sounds amazing, right? Well, it is, but that's not all, because our team of affordable housing experts will even help you locate and purchase your new home for you now, regardless of your past credit history or your current credit scores. Yeah, you heard me right. Our experts will help you determine how much of a home you can qualify for. They will assist you with locating the home that meets your needs, buy it for you, and allow you to rent to own or lease with the option to buy, while our cash flow experts help you get your finances back into the best position possible to qualify for conventional financing. And if conventional financing ends up not being an option for you, your affordable housing expert will owner finance the property for you. In other words, we can structure the option that works best for you, and becoming a homeowner no longer has to be just a dream. It can actually become a reality. With that said, if you're tired of building equity for someone else and you're ready to own your own home, get back to the person that shared this information with you, and let us help you get on the right path towards home ownership once and for all.
Here's a question for you. Why are you letting another multi-billion-dollar industry and multi-million-dollar partnership pass you by? Think about it. You may have missed the dot-com era. You may have missed the age of the computer. You may have missed technology. But why are you going to miss another opportunity when you can get a small percentage of a billion-dollar pie and change your family's legacy? One thing I know for sure, Opportunities are not missed, they're just passed to the next prepared person. My name is Brian M. Bean, founder of the Extra Digit Movement, and one of my business partners gave you this video for one reason. We're about to take the real estate industry and the financial industry by storm, period. Think about it. Everybody ultimately needs a place to stay. Now, I didn't buy this land and these 20 acres with our new partnership that we have with Making Wealth Real Financial. I was very, very blessed to turn $228 into $228,000 in just 8 short months. Making Wealth Real Financial did give me the 750 and above credit score. Making Wealth Real Financial did give me the cash to put in my pocket and close this deal and build my dream home on, guess what? 20 acres. Did I mention to you that we have credit restoration specialists? Did I mention to you that we have enrolled agents with the IRS to help you lower your taxes? Did I mention that we have debt elimination specialists as well? Did I mention that we have negotiators who will help you shred your bills and create positive cash flow? Imagine living the life of your dreams, fishing when you want to fish, building a house that you own. Imagine having business partners who care enough about you to share with you the power of our new multi-million-dollar real estate venture. And guess what? You don't have to be a sophisticated investor. You don't have to be an accredited investor. You don't have to be a real estate specialist. You don't have to be a real estate broker or agent to take advantage of our real estate joint venture partnership. Guess what? The average person now can buy, sell, flip, and invest in real estate without the risk and without the headaches, because we have experts who do all the work. So whether you're ready to invest in real estate or not, take advantage of this opportunity in this short video by getting back with the person who introduced you and just say or text keyword soft intro. That lets us know that you're ready for a deeper dive into the next step to make wealth real for you and your family. Get back with the person who introduced you to the video, and I'll see you guys on step 2.
For wealth worksheet number 4, I got this order. Make sure I'm hydrated. Make sure we talk about money tonight. Make sure you guys can hear me. Make some noise if you're in the building. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
We are in here.
We can hear you. Let me go ahead and get my record on real quick because I'll forget. So in case you guys want a copy.
Recording in progress.
Let me go ahead and go live on Facebook real quick in case you guys want to share this. This is called the number one asset you can build in this country. I'm going to call it, what is the number one asset you can build? See how I like to walk and chew gum at the same time? Our website is howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. That's our Facebook fan page if you want to go check this out live and share this. How to increase your cash flow. If you want to see exactly what we're saying and you're not in the actual Zoom. This is a very important document I'm about to show you guys because this will never, ever be taught in schools because it goes against all the principles and it goes against all the things that most corporations don't want you to know. Most education systems don't want you to know. And we put together this curriculum called Final Exam Week. If you guys don't know, a lot of the kids are out of school now. They're graduating. Congratulations to all of our young adults graduating from high school. Some graduating from college. Some getting their masters and PhDs. Congratulations to those going from middle school to high school and those going from elementary school to middle school. Education is the most important thing that keeps us going. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So what we did in our organization, we said, look, let's have final exam week where let's do a little play on words where everybody else is getting their education or finishing up and going to higher heights. Let's take adults to higher heights. Right. So we have these worksheets that we pull out in Extra Digit, and this is night number 4. Now, don't get mad if you missed the other 3 nights. Don't worry. We got one more night, well, 2 more, tonight and tomorrow. Don't be upset. You can go to our website, Extra Digit Movement, and click on the replays, and you can go see the rest of it. ExtraDigitMovement.com. What we do is show you how to grow your net worth one digit at a time. So we started off about 3 days ago, and we did a worksheet called Stop Leaving Money on the Table. And we talked about your taxes. That's usually a taboo topic that people run from, but you got to go ahead and knock those taxes out to get rid of them. In other words, when I say knock them out, I mean minimize them. I mean make them disappear, not evade them. That's against the law. But wealthy people don't get a refund. We talked about that. We broke down 2 different scenarios. Angela Adjustment, who adjusts her W-4, and Robert Refund, who refuses to adjust his W-4. They both worth jobs. And Angela ended up about $745,000 richer when she retired than Robert did. Robert ended up with about $160,000 when he retired. And oh, by the way, he doesn't have it because most people who get a refund end up spending it. They don't invest it. Miss Angela got her money up front and ended up with about $750,000 upon her retirement. So we talk about 2 kinds of individuals, a simple interest mindset versus a compound interest mindset. The next day we followed that with what we call the bloody mess. The bloody mess is where you get in credit card debt. You guys know some people have so many credit cards, and because it's revolving debt, they'll never get out of debt. Y'all know that? The system can set you up where you'll never get out of debt. That's why bankruptcy laws are on the books. They put bankruptcy laws on the books because they knew that some people wouldn't be able to handle the interest rates that they throw at you. So we show you how a $5,000 credit card can cost you about $12,000. And the $7,000 that you gave away for free, you're actually putting other people's kids through school. The $7,000 you gave away for free, you're actually paying other people's car notes. That's called arbitrage. The banks take your money, put it on somebody else. It's called the banker's secret. If you take the interest rate and you divide it into 72, it tells you how long it takes your money to double. Well, most people are getting 1% at the bank. What does that mean? You take 1, you divide it into 72, your money's going to double every 72 years. So your dollar will be $2 and you'll be 144 years old if you gave it to the bank when you were a baby. That's exactly how it works. $100 will be $200. $1,000 will be $2,000. You're getting 1% interest on your money, and it'll double every 72 years if you're still 144 years old. We showed you how the bank gets double-digit returns. Then I introduced you to a bunch of people who are actually their own bank. We show you how to become the bank. Borrow money, uninterrupted compound interest, use what we call a diversified cash flow account. You become your own bank, and you can park it exactly where the banks park your money anyway and cut out the middleman. Yeah, so we learned a lot this week. Guess what I'm about to do now real quick. Tomorrow is one of my favorites. Tonight is one of my favorites. They're all my favorites. But tonight we're going to talk about the number 1 asset you can build. Now, this is going to go over a lot of people's heads, so pay attention. Always remember this, guys. Anytime the federal government wants you to do something, they give you a tax incentive to do it. So if you're getting incentivized with a tax deduction, that's the government's way of whispering, we need you to do this. We'll cut your taxes. We need you to do that. We'll cut your taxes. How do we know? All right, let's prove it to you. If you get married, you get a tax deduction. If you have children, you get a tax deduction. These are called standard deductions. You understand? So they're encouraging people to be married, be fruitful, and multiply. If you have children, we give you a tax break on your children. In the hood, they call them dependents. No, I'm just joking. But we mess around and we started treat. Back in the day, used to treat children like they were dependents. You could write off as many children as you could a long time ago, right? They just shut that down, I think. But long story short, that's the government's way of saying, hey, have a family. Hey, have children. You get tax deductions. If I'm renting and you own a house, we both paying the same. I'm paying $1,800, $2,000 for rent. You paying $1,800, $2,000 for mortgage or whatever, wherever you live. Why do you get a tax deduction? Because your interest, a tax break, because your interest is tax deductible. That's the government's way of saying, hey, we need you to get a house. We need you to own a home. They're trying to incentivize you by giving you tax deductions. If you put solar panels on your roof and put solar windows in, they'll give you a tax deduction. That's because they're trying to improve the ozone layer, improve the carbon footprint. There are 1,000,001 reasons you get a tax deduction. So here's my question for you guys. If the government lets you write off your gas mileage and get a tax deduction if you have a business, if the government allows you to write off a certain amount of square footage in your house if you have a business, internet bill if you have a business, cell phone bill percentage if you have a business, certain vacations and airline tickets and travel if you have a business. If the government is giving you tax deductions for having a business, why don't you have one? It's just a theory I've been working on. I'll wait. And we just agreed in every other area of your life. Get married, deduction. Children, deduction. House, deduction. Interest, deduction. Solar panels, deduction. All these deductions. I was very, very fortunate to purchase 20 acres of land. It's known as Bean Acres here in Atlanta, Georgia. I got to go on and get me some livestock. I'm hoping the ducks count. But if I get some cows or some chickens, deduction. Sad as works. So what happens is the government whispers in your ear, you need to get these deductions. So all you got to do is follow the things that you do to get deductions. So what I'm going to show you is how you are arguably sitting on a big deduction, you just not using it. It's called your house or apartment and your social security number. You're not using it. Put this in your notes somewhere. You were born a sole proprietor. Believe it or not, in this country, you're born an entrepreneur. You were born an entrepreneur. Your social security number can make you a sole proprietor. If you have a domicile, which is a house or apartment, that's a fancy word for where you live, then certain things become deductible if you have a home-based business. So if you don't have a home-based business, why do you keep giving the government more money than you need to? These are just facts. I ain't gonna argue with you. I ain't getting the comments. Y'all can beat me up. You can say what you want to say. These are facts. There are certain tax breaks you get if you have a business that other business owners don't. That other employees don't get. I'll prove it to you before I pull up the sheet. Here's the formula if you have a job. Nothing wrong with a job. In our organization, we don't bash jobs, but here's the formula. You work first, you pay taxes second, and then you spend third. So your boss gets paid, then you get paid, then government get paid, then you're third in line. Nothing wrong with that. That's just a tax code for a W-2. It's just designed that way. It's the tax code. Then why does the government say, if you have a business, we do it a little different? You get to make your money first, work first. You get to spend on all your expenses second. And then you pay your taxes after you deduct all your expenses. That's the government's way of saying, get you a business. Pay us last. On W-2s, jobs, they say pay us first. You see? Oh, Brian, give me some other examples. Okay, I'll give you one more. Why is it that a IRA for a employee is capped at, I believe, 17 to 20,000? And for a business owner, you're allowed 54 to 58,000 before penalty. In other words, they cap how much you can save and deduct for your retirement on both of them. But why is the threshold for a business owner a little bit higher? Because they're saying business owners need to put away more, so one day they're not going to work. Employees, we don't look at you the same way. This is the government talking, not me. We don't look at you the same way, so your cap is a little bit lower on how much you can stash. There's a big difference. Don't quote me on the numbers. I'm not a CPA. What I'm saying is an employee doesn't get the same contribution as a business owner does. Not even close. So let me show you dollar for dollar, line for line, how the house or apartment you live in and your social security number put together is the beginning of what you need to do to get wealthy. This is just the beginning. Now we got over 100 people watching this thing live. A couple of thousand will see this by the time they see the replay. Again, the replay is on our website, extradigitmovement.com, if you want to see all the worksheets. This is very, very simple. Let me show you guys how this works. The number one asset you can build is a home-based business. That's the start of your wealth. If you're not willing to invest in a home-based business, don't even talk to me about your financial problems because everybody can start a home-based business. In our organization, we teach you how to start a home-based business using the Zoom, using our membership, using our education strategies. You can have a home-based business with us for pennies on the dollar. Let me show you guys how this works. If you have a home-based business, and let's say you have a mortgage or rent, and you have an office, that's a percentage of your square footage. A percentage. You can't write off the kitchen. You can't write off the hallway. You can't write off the bathroom. But if you got an office, my great room that I'm standing in right now, I have meetings in here. I've had hundreds of people come through here. I get to write off the great room because it's a part of my business expenses. My office around the corner, my studio upstairs. These are tax deductible areas of the house. It's reasonable and it's necessary. That's what's called reasonable and necessary. The hallway and bathroom and kitchen is a must. But my studio upstairs, that's why I shoot some of you guys' videos. My office around the corner, that's why I meet with some individuals. My meeting right here, this is where I meet with a lot of individuals. So I take the percentage, your CPA knows all of this. They take a percentage and you get certain household deductions based on that percentage. So what does this mean for you? Let's just do an example. Let's say you take 20%. Let's say your mortgage is $100. Let's say these are just round numbers. Don't get upset and don't be hitting me in no comments. I ain't got time. So $20, 20% of $1,000 is $200. So throughout the year, that's about $2,400. 200 times 12. Now we're going to take this column on the right and we're going to show you everything that adds up and how you give the government less by doing something that you already doing, which is living in your house or apartment. Let's take some of your utilities. Let's just say all of them together. Y'all know I'm being conservative. All of them together is $500 a month. We're going to take about 20% of your utilities. That's $100 a month because you can't write off everything. You can't say every light, every drop of water, every gas bill is deductible. They ain't going to let you do that. They ain't that generous. You take $100 of the $500 and it's deductible. Just showing you examples. That's $1,200 a month. That column on the right, that final column is starting to add up. Let's go. Your cell phone bill. Let's say you got a cell phone that all you do is business. I'm just going to say, for example, 100% of your calls on that cell phone are tax deductible. Even if you don't just make calls, your cell phone is now your laptop. Your cell phone is now social media access. Your cell phone is now text messaging. Governments know this. So let's just say you get $100 deduction per month. That's another $1,200. That right column is starting to add up. Let's say out of all the mileage you drove, let's say you drove 10,000 miles. I don't know about you guys, but here in Atlanta, Georgia, where I live, man, we go 10,000 miles in 2 weeks. But 10,000 miles. Let's say 56 cents per mile. Don't quote me. I haven't updated my sheet yet, but let's just say they give you 56 cents per mile as a tax deduction. This is a big one. That's $5,600 you get to subtract. In other words, you can't write off all your mileage, but of your 10,000, 56 cents per mile is about $5,600 a year. That right column is starting to add up. Let's say you go out and eat, meals and entertainment. Oh, you spend about $200, and over the course of 12 months, we wrote off half of it. That's $100, so that's another $1,200. We know some of your food was pleasure, but you talk some business over breakfast. You talk some business over lunch. You talk some business over dinner. We're going to take half and say, hey, I went out to eat. The internet, we all know we can't live without it. Your internet bill, y'all know I'm being conservative, $50. 100% of that is $50 per month. The whole 50 is $600 per year. Now, don't miss the next line and don't blink. This is where the magic happens. Don't miss the next line and don't blink. I'm going to take all the annual expenses that are deductible. That totals about $12,000. Watch, this is called phantom money. This is where wealthy people get wealthy. The phantom money is the money that you make, what I call in between the lines. It's the money that you kept on the books that you did not give the government as a result of you creating these tax deductions. A lot of people don't understand phantom money. Wealthy people do. It's the money you make between the lines. Watch. Your state taxes, let's just say it's 6%. I'm being conservative. Your federal taxes, let's just say it's 24%. I'm being conservative. So total in taxes between state and fed, you would have had 30% in taxes. But because you subtracted $12,000 from your net income, you saved 30%, which is $3,600. I hope everybody got that. Let me repeat. Let me make sure you understand this. In other words, if I didn't have a business, I didn't write off my internet, I didn't write off my mileage, I didn't write off my meals and entertainment, which they've changed now to basically marketing for you guys that are paying attention. If I didn't write off my percentage of my square footage, that means my net income would be $12,000 higher. You understand? That means I will be taxed at 6% and 24%. My taxes will be 30% higher. So you would have an extra $3,600 that you would have to pay in taxes. What those deductions did was bring your net income down by $12,000. So it saves you $3,600. That's called phantom money. See, we've been taught that if you're not earning money, somebody's not paying you and giving you some money as a wage income, then it doesn't count. That's where you're mistaken. I always tell people this. Don't brag on how much money you make working. Brag on how much money you make not working. So it's a theory I've been working on. $3,600 in tax savings because you deducted your income by $12,000. Had you not done that, your taxes would have been $3,600 higher. That's called phantom money. Now, what happens with the phantom money? Let's say you introduce this business or this concept or our organization to a few people, and you own the super slow boat. A lot of us make 5 figures per month on our way to 6 figures per month. But you join the Comma Club annually. You make $200 per month in our business because now you got a home-based business. Brian, what's the business? I'm not understanding it. Put this in your comments. You're looking at the business. We introduce people to a Zoom. We introduce people to our wealth principles. We introduce people to our membership. We introduce people to financial education, helping their credit scores go up, helping their debt go down, help them learn to invest, help them decrease their taxes, help them raise their cash flow. That's our membership. Our home-based business can bring you as much as $15,000 per day. The person that introduced you to this will help you understand all of this. My point is you made $200 a month. I want to show you ultra conservative nature. You take the $3,600 you saved in taxes, because that's now in your pocket. That's called phantom money. It's in your household because you got a home-based business. You take the $2,400 that you earned in the business on the super slow boat. You put those two together, you add up lines 7 and 8, you got $6,000 that your home-based business saves you in net taxes and generated in cash flow, in checks. Now, you got $6,000 that you didn't get the government, $3,600. You got $2,400, $200 a month. You didn't break the bank. Some of us make $200 in a minute, thousands of dollars a month. You didn't break the bank. You got $6,000 total. Let's look at what you would have had to do from an investment standpoint to get the same $6,000. Nobody's going to teach you this. This is how you get wealthy. The same $6,000 at 1%, which is what most people do, put their money in the bank. Oh, to make $6,000, you need $600,000. Good luck having an extra $600,000 just laying around that nobody needs. Nobody needs to touch. $600,000 just laying around. That's what you need. That's what you need in the bank to get the same $6,000 that your home-based business just brought you. Well, Brian, I can get 3%. I know some places where we'll triple your 1%. I understand. At 3%, you just need $200,000 sitting around that you don't need to touch. $200,000, everybody in America got an extra $200K just sitting around getting 3%. That'll bring you the same $6,000 that we brought you with phantom money and commissions. Well, Brian, I get 6%. You ain't saying nothing. Oh, no problem. You just need $100,000. Talk to all your friends and see who got $100,000 so y'all can get 6% to earn $6,000 using a $100,000 investment. Anybody got an extra $100,000 just laying around they don't need? Hey, God bless you. Or this is where the magic happens. And this is where I keep spilling water on my mouth, so I can't move. All right, here you go. This is where the magic happens. At 6%, you need 100,000. Or with our membership, it's between 149 and 249, and you got the same $6,000, but you made it differently. See, I want you guys to understand. I can have 600,000 at 1% and get $6,000. I can have 200,000 at 3% and get $6,000. I can have $100,000 at 6% and get $6,000. Or I can invest into a membership and a home-based business between 149 and 249, depending on how much money you want to make, and get the same $6,000. Write this in the notes. It's not how much money you make. It's how you make your money. When you get that, you're going to be on the road to wealth. It's not how much money you make. It's how you make your money. Because that's what determines what tax code you fall into. And the more the government takes, the more you make, the more they take if you're in the wrong tax code. If you're in the right tax code, you start getting capital gains. It's taxed less. You start earning phantom money because you understand the tax codes. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an accountant. You ain't got to be. You just need to know how money works in this country. Come off mute. If you're learning just a little something about the power of your home-based business, make some noise. Let me know you understand.
Yes.
Y'all sitting on it. You're sitting on the number one asset that you can build. Now watch what happens with this $6,000. At 8%, $6,000 becomes $91,473 after 10 years. Because every year you compounding, and we show you how to become your own bank and actually get double-digit returns. See, it's not the $6,000. Y'all like, that ain't nothing. It's what the $6,000 does. I told you, it's not how much money you make. It's how you make your money. It's $294,510 after 20 years. Who can use the extra $300,000 roughly off of a simple strategy where you plug and play, plug and play, plug and play. Now, I have some people before I go. Tomorrow's the last day of our final exam week. If you missed it and missed all these cool worksheets where you can just pass this to your 10-year-old, your 12-year-old, and y'all can sit down and talk about money. I do it with my 19-year-old. I'm like, man, you got to understand the bank of secret. I taught him that when he was 12. He may have forgotten. It's time to refresh. You got to understand how credit cards work. That's why he ain't got no credit cards. His credit score is a 776. He makes more right now with his home-based business and his job, because he ain't lazy, his job and his home-based business than I was making with a college degree. He makes more at 19, his job and our business, than I did with a college degree going to work every day. See, we got to improve the legacy of our children. You got to improve their circumstances. Each generation is supposed to get better. Not cushy, not, he ain't Paris Hilton and don't know what to do. He ain't walking around with no little fluffy dog and nothing like that. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is each generation is supposed to get easier, better, more efficient. But you got to understand that it got to start with you. It's got to start with you. So I want to introduce you guys to people who are on this track. 91,000. 300,000. They're buying land. They're buying cars. They're buying homes. They're opening investment accounts. They are becoming their own bank. If you have adjusted your W-4 and you have a home-based business and you playing this game that we just showed you, where you uploaded some documents to our expert, I want you to raise your virtual hand and just let the new people know that you're living proof that this home-based business is working for you. You're getting paid every day, you can raise your hand. If you adjusted your W-4, you can raise your hand. If the home-based business in any way has put some more money back in your pocket, you can raise your hand. Let me know. Let me see them go up. Let me see them go up. Let me see them go up. If I don't see enough of them go up, I'm going to call you out anyway, so you might as well raise your hand. What's up, Miss Stephanie Avery? Stephanie, talk to me. What has this business done for you?
This business has been absolutely amazing. It has taught me how to use the money that I already have coming in. It's taught me how to spend more wisely as far as which bills to pay now and which bills to pay later.
Good.
To become debt free. And I am also getting a pay at 5:02 every day.
Nice. You get paid every day in the daily compensation. I told y'all, man.
Every day, 5:02.
At 5:02 p.m. Eastern, I get it at 5:02 roughly as well. Anywhere from $5 a day all the way up to $15,000 per day, and now her money is flowing. All right, we'll have a lot of people on camera. Dietrich Gordon, talk to me. What has this business done for you? Give me the 30-second version. Dietrich going once. Dietrich going twice.
Yes. Brian,
right.
Can you hear me?
I can. Talk to me, my friend. How you feel about these daily checks in your home-based business?
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. I love it. It's nothing like this MWR teaching us the rules of the well.
All right.
Now, my credit score have changed from, I think it's like 638. It's up there now. It's like 70, 80, 780. And I was able to refinance my home. I was saved over $230,000 as just in changing my home from a 30-year mortgage from 6.5 to a 2.8, 15 years. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Total savings is how much?
$230,000.
Come on, man. Y'all can't talk to me about no phantom money. That's $230,000. She would have gave that away. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm in the process of starting my DSA. I mean, I love it. We're in the process of getting that together now.
That's her diversified cash flow account. Congratulations. I just want y'all to hear from, a few more people bringing it in. Monifa, where you from, girl? Y'all gonna know soon as she say it. Where you from, Monifa? I got to set you up. Talk to me.
Hey, Brian, you can hear me?
I can. Talk to me.
Hi, I am from Queens, New York.
All right, Queen. What has this home-based business thing done for your mindset?
Well, it has done everything for it. I look at everything totally differently, how I spend, track my information that I need to track. What I really wanted to magnify here was that being that you have a home-based business attached to your home and you have a W-2 and your W-2 allows you to get taxed, your home-based business allows you to get taxed second. And for me, year before last, I made $78K. And because of the home-based business, I was taxed on 20, saving me $58K. Talking about phantom money, this tax season, I made $78K, and I would have owed $3 to $4K. So this is big, very, very big.
Keeping the money in the household. Powerful, powerful, powerful. I'm going to end with Mr. Chapman. Issa, talk to me, big guy. What has happened with you with this home-based business? You're getting daily checks. You're getting residual passive income. What's going on with your tax situation? More money in your pocket? You talk to me.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. So first, I'm just excited about being a part of this company. MWR is definitely a game changer for me. I'm definitely learning a lot from you, Brian. Being my mentor. And so far, I've actually started out. The business pays for itself first and foremost. I actually started my DCA and got approved for that. Went through the process. My DCA, which is my diversified cash flow account, would have me debt free by 2028, saving me about 23.7% in interest. And it actually has me on the track of becoming a millionaire by 2040. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. So those are some of the things that I'm a part of. And I'm also learning more about land banking and getting involved with other avenues of income that we can actually earn.
I love it, man. Tell everybody what you do for a living so they can see different walks of life.
I'm a transportation manager for one of the 4th largest trucking companies in America. And I'm a manager over 120 truck drivers and 12 dispatchers.
Love it. I love it, man. Keep up the good work. Everybody can use these strategies. I'm almost out of here. Let's go, Mr. Chapman. Hey, man, you're a major part. For those who don't know, he and his lovely wife took home the Trendsetter Award last quarter. We got other trendsetters blazing this quarter. Write these dates down. July 7th, 8th, and 9th. Who's going to be the trendsetter this quarter? Who's going to be the Mentor the Millions Award winner this quarter? Who's going to be the Phase 1 Award winner? Who's going to get the biggest check on stage July 7th, 8th, and 9th here in Atlanta, Georgia? I'm going to bring him on. Y'all come off mute real quick, man. This is Mr. Chapman, last quarter's award winner. Give him a round of applause, please.
Right.
Yes,
amazing job.
Proud of you, man. You pioneering that whole Tampa, Florida area. How's the missus? What has this done for your household?
Man, the wife is doing very well, man. Thank you, Brian, so much, man. You are a technical mentor, the GOAT of all, man, the greatest of all time. Listen, man, I was in the financial world anyway before I got involved with MWR. So I understood the language, and that's what got me excited, man. And I've been in the financial world, man, for some years now. And I didn't even hear about a DCA until I got introduced to this business.
Yes.
So we have now got our private reserve accounts. They have grown 18% already. We're starting our DCA now. And I've only been in this business since January the 31st. And in this household, we're making $2,100 residual income every single month.
An extra 24 grand a year on the side. Part-time residual.
Part-time residual. And sometimes I bring my phone, man, I tell people, this is real. This is me at $5 a day. right there. January 30th. Then it goes on up. The next day to $20 a day.
There you go.
Every single day. $50 a day. It's still 20.
Then to 50.
$50 a day.
$1,500 a month, right there on the side. And then
$1,500 a month.
Too.
There you go. So, hey, also our credit score, man, it went up 176 points. So right approaching the 800 club now, and just allowing us to keep compounding interest, man. I thank you so much. I love it. MWR has been a blessing.
Hey, man, y'all closing out final exam week with a bang. Y'all bring me all these new testimonies, man. We got some cool things happening for you guys. So we're gonna meet all the top producers. We're gonna show you our DCA account, how to open it up. We're gonna show you our PRA account, how to open it up, our trust funds. Everybody's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, July 7th, 8th, and 9th. You got to get registered. Hotel rooms are booked out, I believe. You got to go to the guest hotels now. Maybe not. We'll check. But the registration is on GameChangerATL.com. Visit GameChangerATL.com. This is our tomorrow, 9:30. Same time, same Zoom. Got my final worksheet. It's called The Power of Infinite Returns. How do you get infinite returns on your money? Y'all think this was something. You wait till you hear tomorrow night. The Power of Infinite Returns. Who likes the word infinite? Who likes the word returns? So you got 2 assignments. Come back tomorrow. Bring some guests. We're going to go over one more worksheet, and that's number 5. If you missed the replays, extradigitmovement.com is where you can click on the replays and see our replays. That's extradigitmovement.com and click on our replays. And the person that introduced you as well will show you how to get our membership and how we're making this wealth real. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9:30. Same Zoom, same password, same everything, but a Power of Infinite Returns worksheet number 5. That's my 30 minutes. You guys have a good night.
Recording stopped.